so strongly was destiny through the depths of your essence, but it's in your head. And it's like people outside of your head try and tell you how you gotta be, and deter you from showing up authentically. Get yourself starting to believe the shit, like blah blah blah.
Hey y'all, welcome to Aniyah's Notes. I am your host, AniyahJelisa, tarot reader and artist. Welcome in if you're new, welcome back if you're subscribed. So today y'all, we're going to be looking into what's the tea on you. I typically do like a what's the tea / gossipy reading once a month. So yeah, and I was looking through my old videos and I'm like, oh, that video says 1 month ago. And I was like, okay, has it actually been a month? And then I looked and yeah, I recorded the last one on September 25th. I'm recording this on, what's today? October 26th. So yeah, just hit a month. So here we go. All right. If you would like to purchase this print here, you can find the information down below. Also, I will be hosting a 50% off sale on my readings, all readings, once this channel reaches 2,000 subscribers. And as I'm recording this, we have, I want to say, hold on, y'all, give me a second. We have 1977, so we literally are only waiting on 23 more people to subscribe to the channel. Shout out to everybody who's already subscribed, so that we can get this sale rolling. All right, so without further ado, go ahead and choose your pile and I'll meet you at your reading. Hey pile one, welcome to your reading. Welcome to Aniyah's Notes. I am your host, AniyahJelisa, tarot reader and artist. So today, y'all, if I can get this hair out of my eyes, let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to be doing what's the tea on you. Weird, okay. What's the tea on you? Okay, I only do this topic like once a month, and it's our monthly time. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, first, I'm going to be channeling some messages from the image that you selected. All right, if you would like to purchase a print or book reading with me, you can find the information down below in the description box. And I have my other pieces here in the background today because I just thought they was cute and I want, like, you know, make a cute background, you know, show off my art. Okay, let's get into it. Boom. Spirit, what is the tea on pile one? I feel like you could get a lot of attention, like romantic attention. It's this it's like there's this energy of like, you have this energy of like somebody who's chill, but at the same time, either, and take this how it resonates, right? Either people think you're promiscuous, like you could just be promiscuous, like you could be the kind of person who just likes being promiscuous, or you could also though like be somebody who just has a lot of sex appeal. So even if you're not actively like acting on all the attention that you get, people would assume that you do, honestly, respectfully. Like, some people assume that you do, or they notice that there's a lot of lust around you. Okay, pile one, I feel like the tea on you is that you're like heavily lusted after. Like, I think people, you might not know how many people actually have a crush on you, or like fantasize about you, or like stare at your social media, or stare at you like and like think things. Okay, and I feel like even the amount of people who actually come forward and try to talk to you is like much, like I feel like it's significantly smaller than the people who are actually having these thoughts. Like, okay, and I feel like people talk about it. Like, I feel like people have those conversations of like, oh, if I could have pile one, or you know what I'm saying, if pile one was my person. But I also don't get the vibes either that it's like just lustful or just sexual. I feel like that's where it starts. I do feel like that's where it starts. I feel like people find you to be extremely like physically attractive and extremely appealing to them. But I feel like beyond that though, people also think that you're really cool. People feel like you're down to earth, because I was hearing the two songs that I was hearing was one like sugar sugar how you get so fly. I heard that, and then also what's that song? She's alright. She's alright. That girl's alright with me, yeah. What that song is? Oh, she's a super freak, super freak. She's super freaking, yeah. Like, I don't know. There's this energy of like, people either wish that you was on that. Maybe people you come across like the first one. Maybe this could be a thing of like lady in the sheet. What is it? Lady in the streets, freak in the sheets type of energy. Yes, you give off. Like, people feel like you might come across very like proper, calm, chill, but maybe it's like this look. Yeah, I feel like there's this like the look that you have in your eyes, or like the way that you move or maybe it's like sometimes the things that you say, that kind of alludes to the fact that you're more maybe sexual than you appear at first, or maybe more than you initially project, okay? But at the same time, regardless, people see you and they think that, like, they find you very sexy, okay? But yeah, there's this energy of like, it's kind of protected or like hidden. This is like the kind of, when I say promiscuous, if you were to do SW, because I don't know if I can say it on it. I mean, I be trying to watch what I say because I don't know. But anyways, if you were to do intimacy work, okay, this is like the energy of somebody who is like, you might have like a separate persona for it, or like a separate account, or like if you're doing it in person, you're doing it in like discrete locations or locations away from maybe your like daytime life. Like there's almost this energy of like a double life, or like a double persona, or an alter ego. It's like people kind of can see it within you, but it's not apparent, or it's not upfront. It's not what you like lead with, okay? This is the energy of somebody who like is a midnight ballerina, but they're doing it while they're like pursuing a degree in the daytime, or they're doing it while they have like a corporate job in the daytime. Like, yeah. So take that how it resonates. That doesn't have to be what you're actually doing, but it's just like the tea on you is that like people could see you doing that, or people could see you like, I don't know, they just see you as like this siren, like sex symbol, but like in like a chill, down to earth package. Because sometimes people who have this energy will like overly flaunt it, and they'll be like, just, you know, it's just like loud and proud, this is who I am. With you, it more so is like this energy of like, this is who I am, but it's not for everybody to see. You know what I'm saying? It's not for everybody to see. It's not for everybody to experience. It's more so like an exclusive, discreet, I'm going about it in like a more elegant or sensual type of way, rather than like an overt type of way. Okay? Yeah. It's like, how do I say? I don't know. Yeah. Okay, this isn't a perfect example. If you guys know that song Oops by Tweet, it's like, ooh, there goes my shirt up over my head. Oh my. It's like that song versus, what is it called? There's a song Megan Thee Stallion has, like, Downstairs DJ or something like that, where she's like, I love love me. And she basically, both songs are talking about self-pleasure. But if you go listen to the songs, one is just more direct in your face, like I'm talking about self-pleasing, whereas the other one is kind of like an innuendo. It's like you have to like listen to the words to be like, oh, she's talking about, oh, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Like with your energy, it's like you have this energy, whereas like when you, even like the beat of the song is like sexy, so you can tell it's like an R&B. It's like, this is like a love, or like a, you know, that type of experience type of song. But it's not until you actually listen to the lyrics that it's like, oh, that's what she means, right? Your energy is like, it gives initially like, yeah, sexy, beautiful, attractive, but it's like you have to like be able to pick up on the little thing. Like you might have a very subtle way of flirting, or like your sex appeal comes across in like very subtle ways. Like again, like the look in your eyes, or like the way that you like move your hips when you walk or something, or the way that you might like the way that you might lightly like touch somebody's I don't know, their leg or their arm or their something, you know, like I don't know, it's like in a very like soft, discreet ways that is like the tea on you. I feel like people really like this about you. Okay, I feel like a lot of the things that people say about you is more so about like how you make them feel, and like what they would do if they had the opportunity to be with you. Like, and I mean that both like in a relationship and just physical, because I feel like people feel like you would be like the perfect, it's like a girl next door type of energy, like somebody who is not, again, like not like outwardly putting it in your face, but when you notice them, it's like, oh shit, like you was right there the whole time, or like you're very chill, you're very relatable, you know, but you still have this like intensity to you. Very interesting, Power. So now let's go ahead and pull some tarot. All right, if you're enjoying the reading so far, then definitely go ahead and give a video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. We're almost at 2,000 subscribers. And once we reach 2,000 on this channel, shout out to everybody who subscribed. Thank you so much for all the support and the engagement. Once we reach 2,000 subscribers here on this channel, then I will be doing a sale where all my readings will be 50% off for a limited time, okay? So let's get into it. Spirit, what is the tea on pile 1? First, we have the Six of Pentacles. Next, we have, what is this? The Two of Cups. Let me sit back so y'all can see the cards. Spirit, what's the tea on pile 1? We have the Nine of Pentacles. We have the Four of Swords. I always pull 5 cards, but today every single reading has come out with 6. I think that's so interesting. So we have the Chariot. And then we have the Seven of Cups. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Swords. So I feel like also Pile 1, okay, so the reason why this is like a thing is because the tea on you is that you reject people a lot. Like, you're very much quick to reject somebody and just say no, basically. I feel like your energy comes across very independent, very cool, very down to earth, very much like I'm doing my own thing in life. And you come across chill, but you also come across as somebody who's high value. Like somebody, yeah, like chill, but high value. Somebody who, you know, this energy is kind of reminding me of somebody like Kehlani, right? And, you know, I'm not a fan of hers per se, but like I know some of her music. And I think just in general, like her persona as like an artist, as opposed to some of the other R&B artists, I think she comes across very like chill and down to earth, but also she's clearly like still a celebrity. Like, so it's just like, yeah, I feel like she comes across down to earth, but it's still giving very much celebrity. And it's like, it would be hard to date her. Like, you would have to be a certain person or have to be in a certain position, make a certain amount of money, be willing to have a certain type of lifestyle and be able to accommodate her type of lifestyle in order to date her, right? So it's like that's the energy that you have. And then, but there's this energy that even though she is, you know, down to earth, smart, chill in certain ways, she also does have that sex appeal, but it's not overt. Like, Kehlani's not the kind of artist to like necessarily do the most, but she still has that appeal. She still talks about it, but it's just in a different way. You know, it's like that kind of energy here that you have. And I think that a lot of people want to offer a relationship with you, but they end up feeling rejected. I also feel like you might feel a little bit lonely sometimes too, because like I feel like you have to reject people a lot, because I feel like people tend to fantasize, like I think people fantasize about you and they idolize you a lot, and they kind of put you on this pedestal, and they don't always end up seeing you for who you are. So they don't always end up seeing like all the work that you put in, how much, like how serious you take yourself. So I think that sometimes people might experience you and think like they'll start to, create this fantasy of like what it'll be like for you to come into their life or be in their world. It's kind of like people they have this fantasy of you and they want you to play a certain role in their life. And then you have to remind them that you're trying to play the main character role in your life. You don't want to be a side character in somebody's life. You want to be the main character of your life. And I feel like you're somebody who's very determined. Somebody who's very determined and very independent as well. So it's like you end up having to like break people's fantasy or like break the illusion of them thinking that they can have you. Some people also might try to place you into a certain box and then you end up breaking that illusion. Whereas maybe some people meet you and because you're so chill down to earth, they kind of think like, oh, Pile 1 might be inexperienced, or Pile 1 is, you know, they're attractive, but they're not like, people might assume that you're inexperienced, or assume that because you're not like overtly like asking for things or making putting your sensuality on the forefront, that you don't have access to it, or that you don't like nice things, or that you don't have that energy. And then, you know, they end up being surprised that you do. Like, people might end up being surprised at how you flirt. Okay, like if somebody met you as just a friend, or, you know, obviously it started out platonic and then you guys started dating or something and you ended up liking them, maybe you decided that you wanted them to be one of your partners in that way, like an intimate partner, and you started flirting with them, or you guys actually did have intimacy, they were like, oh, like I didn't know Pile 1 got down like that. They seem so, you know, chill and, you know, focused all the time, and like they just cool, and like I didn't know they had it in them, you know what I'm saying? Or this could be vice versa, where people are lusting after you and sexualizing you, or maybe they meet you in that kind of capacity, and then when they see your serious side, or how determined you are, or how focused you are on your goals and how independent you are, then it's like, oh, I thought Pile 1 was just, you know, a pretty face or a nice body, you know, or I thought Pile 1 was just for my pleasure, but really Pile 1 has their whole own life, beliefs, goals, you know what I mean? Career. Yeah. Like people end up as they get to know you, the tea on you is that people have to match your energy, and people also have to accept the fact that they're not. Literally, after this, we have judgment. We have the Three of Swords and then judgment. So it's like people end up realizing that as chill as you are, as sexy as you are, being with you is really only probably ever going to be a fantasy. It's probably not going to be reality for most people. That's the truth. And I feel like people, because of that, they end up just having to fantasize about you, literally. And I think that people might fantasize about you a lot at night when they're by themselves. And you might pick up on this energy. Like at night, you might, this is like, this pile has been very sexual more than the other ones, but that's just what it is. That's the tea on you, clearly. With the Four of Swords, I feel like you might self-please at night, and like you can pick up on the fact that other people are probably doing that to you. Either you do it yourself, well, really, I feel like people do it regardless, but you could also do it too and pick up on energies in that way. Okay. So yeah, that's the tea on you. The tea on you is really that people want to be with you. They want to date you. There's a lot of like lustful and like loving, because there's some of it is like love. Some people really like your personality too, and they want to, like, they could be friends with you, but they want to take it further, or they want to actually be in a relationship with you, not just have like a quick interaction. But either way, it's like this energy of like pile one is too independent, pile one is too focused. I'm not on their level. Like I don't have anything for them. And I feel like you also are the kind of person where, again, like you want somebody on your level. You want somebody who's going to be your match. You want somebody who is like you. So it's like when people feel like they're not like you, if they know they're not doing as much as you do, or they're not as focused, or they're not as goal oriented as you, if they're not as successful, if they're not as stable, again, you come across very chill and cool. That's because you have this quiet confidence as well. If people are not confident in who they are, if they don't know who they are, they just know like you're not going to accept them and it's not going to work. Okay. And so I feel like the tea is that you kind of leave a lot of people heartbroken, because they just, they're just not good enough for you. That's just the truth. And you end up rejecting people a lot. So that's what I have for you for pile one. Okay. If you're from pile one, you made it to the end, comment heartbreaker, because the tea on you, pile one, is that you're a heartbreaker. Okay. People want you bad. You have this like perfect combination of traits, but yeah, you're a heartbreaker because they want you but they cannot have you. Okay, so that's what I have for you, pile one. Definitely go ahead and give a video a thumbs up if it resonated, and if you enjoyed, go ahead and consider subscribing to the channel so that you can join the team and catch this vibe. Other than that, I love you guys and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey, pile two, welcome to your reading. Welcome to Aniya's Notes. I am your host, AniyahJelisa, tarot reader and artist. All right, so let's go ahead and jump straight into it. All right, I tend to do these readings once a month, so this is October's. So let's see, pile two. I'm going to start out by channeling some messages from your image. Okay, if you guys would like to book a personal with me or purchase my print, you can find that information down below in the description box. I also wanted to put these pieces here because they're just always kind of like out of the way, and I want y'all to see them. And I think they're cute, and I think it makes for a cute background. So we have that going on today. Also, you guys, we're almost at 2,000 subscribers on this channel, so thank you so much to everybody who subscribed. All right, I've like really enjoyed all the support, and I'm really grateful and I'm appreciative. And so when I reach 2,000 subscribers on this channel, I'm going to make all my readings 50% off. Shout out to you if you were there for when we did the same thing for when I first reached 1,000 subscribers. Yeah, we're running that back for 2,000. Okay, so anyways, let's go ahead and get into it. I be talking too fast, you guys. For pile two, Spirit, what is the tea on pile two? This is random. So first I heard you're monotone. So I don't know if people feel like your voice is monotone, or like maybe your outfits, maybe you like monotone outfits, or like you have a certain color palette that you tend to stick to when it comes to your clothing or something, or your style. But it could be your voice as well, like your tone of voice. And then I heard what's that song? Girls just wanna have fun. It's like Metro Boomin and like I think it's like Young Dro and Travis Porter on that song. And Gucci. I think that's who's on that song. Please, okay? You know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, just Google it, it'll come up. Anyways, that's what I'm like first hearing. This is part two. The tea on you is that people think you're like just a party girl, party boy, airhead. And I'm hearing somebody be like, good. And that's what I want them to think. I get this vibe that like this pile, like your energy is coming across empty. It's like, yes, queen, give me nothing. Like, and it sounds rude, but there's this energy of like, it's almost as if you're like projecting this energy on purpose, or like I feel like you might, okay, walk with me, pile two. This energy is giving me the kind of vibe where you could have prominent Sagittarius placements or Aquarius. There's this energy that maybe sometimes when you do express your fullest self and like maybe your just most unfiltered self, it doesn't always get the best reaction, right? People could I feel like people could end up seeing you as a threat, or they just think you do too much at the least, or they could end up seeing you as a threat. And so I feel like something that you've started doing is kind of having this persona or like an alter ego that is it's not ditzy. It comes across like, you know how ditzy or like airhead is like empty, but this one isn't giving dumb. It's just giving like, I'm not showing much personality, or like the personality that I do show is so it's either like I don't show really much of any personality, like I'm just very kind of like stonewall, or you could be the kind of person where it's like you show like this very party like bubbly personality, but behind that is, and behind both is like this keen sense of like intelligence and wisdom and also observational skills. Because I get this energy that some people think you're monotone, like some people think you're rude, or that you're just boring, or like you don't really, you might seem like the kind of person who's just like vain and they just spend a lot of time like looking at themselves and taking pictures and just kind of self-obsessed, and like whoever these people are think that that's boring. Okay, that's how like the boring is being described. Or this could be something where, again, people is kind of like giving this energy of like you know, Paltu is just fun, or they just party but they're not like serious, or they don't, I don't know, it's like this energy of people just not really seeing all the layers of you, or kind of just wanting to put you into that box like a party person. But that's confusing because like, how is it even party person, but then it's also giving like monotone, dry, boring? Like those are very different energies. But maybe people feel like you have these two sides to you. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Okay, maybe people feel like in the tea on you is that like sometimes you're really boring but you also can have fun. I think what it is that people okay, it's starting to make sense now, because literally the first two things I heard was monotone and then girls want to have fun. So it's like, what? I think people are, what the tea on you is that people are realizing that you have two very different sides to you. That's what this is. Oh my gosh, that took 5 minutes for me to like piece that together. People feel like, Paltu, that you have two different sides to you, okay? You have this side to you that is very much, don't fucking talk to me. I don't care to entertain you. I'm gonna come across boring as fuck because I'm not here to entertain you. I'm not even gonna give you a smile if I don't feel like it. And I'm probably gonna say something that's really straightforward, but that's also gonna hurt your feelings. And then you have this other side too that's just like so fun and bubbly and wants to be at the party and taking shots and just like la-di-da, not a care in the world. And I think that when people meet you on either one of these bases, or they meet you in either one of these energies, when they see the other one, it's kind of like shocking. And it's like, oh, you know what I mean? Oh. I'm also getting Libra and Gemini too. So you could have prominent like air placements in your chart in Sagittarius, because those are like the main energies that's coming through to me. Is like the first two was Sagittarius and Aquarius, and then I also was definitely getting like Gemini and Libra. Anyways, but you don't have to have those placements for this to resonate. But yeah, people about to, the tea on you is that people feel like you have two sides to you, and I definitely get the vibe that they don't ever know which side they're gonna get. I feel like people study you a lot. People study you a lot, trying to like crack your code or trying to figure out the formula to like see which type of thing, like what is going to get what type of reaction out of you. It's like people putting in, it's literally making me think about a math equation or like the science experiment. Somebody like, you are like this variable thing, and people are like putting things around it to see like what the variable is gonna do. You know what I mean? So people might test you a lot. And I think that's also why you're so observational, because I do get that vibe too, that you're very observational. And so I feel like people, that's why it's hard for people to figure out, because you already know that they're trying to figure out, or you already know that they're testing you, or that they're trying to get a certain reaction out of you, or they're trying to see how you're going to respond. So a lot of times, that's why I was like, yes, queen, give us nothing. Because it's like, I feel like a lot of times you're very non-reactive to things that people do to you. And I feel like your reaction is just to like get cold or monotone. Like I feel like you could go from like when you show somebody your party side or your fun side, they could take that and think, oh, I can play with this person, or this person is an easy target for me to bully or for me to have some type of control over. And then once you show them that monotone side and you set boundaries, then it's like, oh. But then they start to think, well, I've seen this person's positive side and now they're setting boundaries, but you know, they're probably, if I trigger them or if I say this right thing, then they're probably going to have a really emotional response and I can still flip it back on them. But then they do that and then you still just get even more dry and there's no emotional response. And then it's like, I feel like you can control it per person too. So it's like one person might be getting like, you're very much monotone, dry, I don't like you, I'm not showing you my personality type of energy. And then they could watch you pull out like the bubbly, fun party energy with somebody else like standing right next to them. And it's like, oh, so they're not just like they're just not, they're doing that for me. Like that's specific to me. You know what I'm saying? That's also something I'm getting at. I feel like you treat people very individually, pal, too. And, you know, when you're one-on-one with somebody, they might not really notice it that much. Obviously, if you're just like one-on-one with them, but like when they see you in groups, or when they see you in group settings and they see like the way that you treat them versus the way that you treat other people is shocking. And I'm getting this is across the board. So even the people who you like, who you're very friendly and kind to, when they see you around somebody who you don't like, and they see like the way that you're so fucking stiff and rude, they'd be like, I'm so glad I'm on Pal 2's good side. I'm so glad that me and Pal 2 is friends and that we vibe and we get along, because I would hate to be your enemy. Like, oh my gosh. And then the people who you don't like, especially if like you guys started out as friends, or you started out giving them your kindness and your bubbly energy, and then they do something to piss you off, and so you get dry with them, and they just think like they could try to play it off like, oh, they're just having a bad day, or like, oh, I'm gonna just give them some space and they'll like come around, and you know, it's just, you know, they kind of try to brush it off as if like, oh, you're just upset. But then they see you around somebody who you do like, it's like, oh, Pal 2 is not upset at all. Pal 2 is in a great mood. Pal 2 is having a great day. They just don't fuck with me. Oh, and it's like, yeah, like people definitely have those big realizations about you, Pal 2. Okay, I spent long enough on that. Let's go ahead and get into the cards. All right, so if you're enjoying the reading so far, definitely go ahead and give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. All right, Spirit, that just threw me off. This pile is funny. Spirit, what is the tea on Pal 2? What is the tea on Pal 2? Let's see. First card, we have the Page of Cups. We have the Chariot. We have the Emperor. The Eight of Wands. And then we have Judgment and the Page of Wands. On the bottom of the deck is the Eight of Cups. So, the tea on you, Pal 2. The tea on you, Pal 2, is that like you have this a very like big energy. Like I said, you're very, very smart. You're very wise. I also get that you're very much in control of yourself and your life and the direction that you're going in life. You could also have a very strong moral compass. Like you could be the kind of person who you might not cheat, you don't steal, you don't lie. Like, again, you're very straightforward, you're very direct. Like, you don't really believe in like scheming and manipulating and shit. Like, you're like, no, if I had to do all that, I don't want it, you know. Or you might feel like, oh, lying is for people who are scared, and I'm not scared of nobody, so I'm gonna just tell the truth. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I get the vibe that you have this energy about you where you feel like it's beneath you to like lie and steal and scheme and strategize and manipulate, you know, so you don't do that. But there's also this like energy that you have, this power, okay, that you have, this ambition, this drive, this control, self-control in specific, this direction, vision, okay? But it's like you literally have it packaged up in something that is so cute. Something that is so cute. Like, it's giving cutie patootie. It's giving people think you're younger than you are. People underestimate you. People might assume that you're naive or that you're going to be weak. Again, like easy to control or easy to manipulate, easy to get a reaction out of. And I feel like a lot of times in life, you end up literally just like walking off. Like, I feel like for you, Pal 2, one of your biggest, most annoying experiences is the fact that, again, like I said earlier, you know that people seek to test you. People like seeing a reaction out of you. People like trying to get certain energies out of you. People assume as well that they can do this. People look at you and they assume that you're not up on game or that you don't know what's going on. And so they assume that like you are a good target for whatever game that they want to play. And you end up having to walk away from a lot of people because of that. But at the same time, you have the discernment, and you've been dealing with this for so long, that it's very easy to you to do. Okay? I also get the vibes that your detachment is crazy. Like, you could be very close with somebody, feel very connected, because I feel like you're very connected to yourself. Pal 2, I feel like your self-awareness is like really top tier, seriously. And I feel like because of your keen attachment to yourself, because of your recognition of your own beauty, of your own worth and value, it makes it very easy for you to then connect to other people and to see the beauty and the strengths in other people because you see it within yourself. So, you know, a lot of times the way that we see ourselves is how we're going to be able to see and perceive others. And, you know, typically you'll notice like the people who are the most insecure and miserable, they always have some type of flaw that they can find in somebody. They can always find what's wrong with somebody else, but that's because they can also find everything that's wrong with them. You know what I mean? People who have a hard time accepting compliments, they have a hard time giving them too, probably. You know what I'm saying? Or giving them genuinely. You know, so there's this energy of like, you are somebody who sees yourself so highly. You're very much, you love yourself. You have a secure attachment with yourself. So it's easy, and you're very open with yourself as well. I feel like you love yourself a lot and you're very accepting. You hold yourself to a high standard, but you're not the type to like overly beat yourself up. You know, you give yourself grace to make mistakes and things like that. And you're very understanding of like who you are as a person. And so I feel like you're able to extend that energy onto others, but oftentimes you're met with just people trying to, again, play games or trying to manipulate you. So I feel like you have to walk away a lot, Pal 2. And so recently, Pal 2, you could have walked away from a lot of people or a lot of things, okay? And you could just be known as like the person to love them and leave them. That's really what it is. Like, you are the type of person to definitely love them and leave them. And people can tell when you're liked, when you like them and when you don't. Like, it's very obvious. It's not like, I feel like people always know where they stand with you. Like, it's very much giving, there's no way that you thought we was friends because I don't treat you like I treat my friends, period. Or like, there's no way that like, how did you think I didn't like you when I do X, Y, Z, and C, and Z, and I only do that to people I like? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very much clear. Like, it's very clear. It's very straightforward, okay? So, yeah, so that's what I have for you, Pal 2. That's the T on you. Okay, you're coming across very straightforward. So if you made it to the end of Pal 2, then comment straightforward, okay? Straightforward. The T on you is that you're very straightforward. You'll love them and leave them. Okay, it's very hot and cold if Pal 2 likes you or not. If Pal 2 like you, they're going to be so warm, so sweet, so nice. And if they don't, oh, you gonna think they're a fucking robot. The way they're gonna ignore you, the way they're gonna like give you nothing. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Pal 2. Go ahead and like the video, give it a thumbs up if you enjoy it, subscribe to the channel so that you can join the team and catch this vibe, also so that we can hit that 50% off sale on the readings. Other than that, I love y'all and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey Pal 3, welcome to your reading. Welcome to Aniya's Notes. I am your host, AniyahJelisa, tarot reader and artist. So today we're going to be doing what's the T on you, okay? So let's go ahead and get into it. Today I will be channeling messages from the image that you selected. I do have these prints available for sale. We also are really close to reaching 2,000 subscribers on this channel. So shout out to all of you. Thank you so much for subscribing. Once I do reach 2,000 subscribers, then I will make all of my readings 50% off for a limited time. All right, so go ahead and make sure that you take advantage of that. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you would like to book a personal, you can find the information down below in the description box. Other than that, let's get into it, okay? Spirit, what is the T on Pile 3? The T is that for some of you, you could have recently experienced a birthday. So this reading is timeless, right? So regardless of your sign, if you have recently had your birthday or your birthday is about to come up, then that can still resonate for you. However, I am recording this, like I said, October 26th, and we're in Scorpio season, so we could have some Scorpios, and we just left Libra season, so you could have just had a birthday in it if you're a Libra. So take that how it resonates, all right? But again, don't stick to the signs if you're watching this in, you know, March of next year or something, you know, whatever. It's timeless. So boom. Some of y'all could definitely be having a birthday. I also am getting the vibe with her like literally stepping over stuff. It's like this energy of it's making me think about that meme of that lady walking up the stairs. It's like that Facebook meme. There's this energy. The T on you is that you're elevating, that you're ascending, that you're glowing, that you're moving on up. You're moving up in life. You're moving up to the east side. Like, for some of you, you could have recently gotten like your first big girl job, big boy job. Like, you could have gotten your first job that actually is paying you a very livable wage, okay, where you're not like struggling to make ends meet. For some of you, you could have started a business and your business is finally at a place where like it's profitable and you're actually like it's changing your lifestyle, as opposed to maybe before where you were just putting the work in, you weren't really seeing the results because you were still building. For some of you, this could be about you deciding to go to college or pursue higher education, or recently have graduated with said degree. For some of you, this is about a physical glow up, where it's like people are realizing that you've changed your style, or you could have changed your, like, dyed your hair recently or something, or gotten some type of different haircut or hairstyle. And for others of you, I'm seeing travel. So somebody could be taking a vacation, or somebody could have moved recently, or like moved into a new space that's better than your last space. Or, you know, even if this is about moving actually like states or countries, it could be that you have moved for like a better space, a better lifestyle, something like that. Okay. I'm also getting that some of you could recently have come into some type of popularity or fame or notoriety when it comes to something that you do. And so people, basically you've gotten clout. Okay. There's just this energy of like a level up. I'm also hearing level up by Sierra. Like there's like energy of like a level up here. That's the tea on you. Like people are just saying like, oh, Pile 3 is like, they're doing this, they're doing that now. Did I say Pile 1 in the beginning? If I did, excuse me. I don't know, like it was a random thought. Anyways, yeah. There's this energy of like people just feeling like you're leveling up, okay? Also that you have, for some of you, this is about you separating from people who are like turning their back on you or like draining you, or there's this energy of like separation. So this could be like a post breakup type of glow up. This could be like post graduation or post moving out from your parents' house. Like there's this energy of, and when I say turn your back, like for some of you it's just as simple as like just a simple separation. Like if you move out from your parents' house, it doesn't have to be that you like are beefing with your parents. It could just be like, okay, I'm in a better space now where I can afford my own place. But it could also be something where it's like, okay, this person was draining me, or this person was disloyal, or, you know, for whatever reason, me and this person do have beef, or I don't really want them in my life. But it's like there's this mutual like walking away. But it's like in your case, it's like you're glowing up after this. At least that's what it looks like from the outside. But I do think that's actually what your energy is. Of course, you're going through it, so you might see the ups and downs of like the day-to-day of that. But at least on the outside, you look like you're holding it all together and that you're doing actually better than you were before. Even if there's like, you know, new stresses that come with the new way that you're living your life, or, you know, the new success that you have. You could also be in a transition phase, like going through this level up. It might not be something where you feel like you're completely on the other side of it yet, but it's like you're doing better than you were before, or you're going after more than you were before, or you're putting in more effort than you were before. I do get the vibe that you could be tired, Pile 3. Yeah, because it's like, as I'm talking about this, it's like, it's good, but it's also sounding like, yeah. Like, like it's kind of one of those things where it's like, yeah, it looks good on the outside, but I'm also, now I'm hearing cameras / good ones, good ones going, but something by Drake, okay? And it's basically about, you can like, oh, she look like a star, but only on camera, only on camera, only on camera. It's like this. Also, there's this energy of like, I feel like other people idolize your life, Pile 3. Like other people idolize what you do and what you have going on, but for you, it might actually be really stressful or really tiring. Like you might work a lot, or like you might be really busy, or like you might travel. Let's say you are a travel agent, or you're like a travel influencer, and to everybody else, or a flight attendant or something, and like it looks like, oh, I'm just always traveling, I'm taking these pictures in my cute outfits, but like really, I'm tired. I actually would like to go home and stay home for a solid week and just be able to bed right for a week. That sounds amazing. But it's like, due to the lifestyle that you live, even though it might look glamorous and glitzy on the outside, it's actually like, sometimes I feel like sometimes, Pile 3, you wish that you could just like, if you was gonna take vacation time, you would literally just sit at home and just bed rot and just doom scroll and just like, oh my God, please. Like I just want to have a day where like I don't have a to-do list, or I don't have a bunch of tasks that I have to get done, you know? Girl, I relate, okay? It'd be like that sometimes. But at the same time, the work that you put in does benefit you and it's valuable, and that's why you continue to do it, because you do live a certain lifestyle that, you know, even on the other end of being tired sometimes or feeling like you're busy, when you do have free time, or when you do have extra income or whatever to do certain things, you're able to really do the things you want to do, and you're really able to give yourself a better experience and better lifestyle than you had in the past. and you're able to like express your desires in a way that maybe people who don't do as much as you, they're not able to do that. Okay, so that's what I have for you from the image. Let's go ahead and pull some tarot readings. If you are enjoying the reading so far, definitely go ahead and give the video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel so that you can join the team and catch this vibe. Y'all like the background. I'm, you know, obviously getting into my art heavily, and I wanted to, these pieces are on my wall over there, but just typically with the angles that I record at, you don't see them. So I was like, let me put them in frame today. I think they look really cute, and I think they also kind of go with my sweater because I'm wearing pink. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it, Spirit. What is the tea on pile 3? First, we have the King of Wands. Okay. We have the 10 of Swords and the 7 of Swords. We have the Ace of Cups. And one, okay, said one more, but all right. We have the Knight of Cups and the 6 of Wands. I mean, on the bottom of the deck, yeah, I can't make this up. We have the 8 of Pentacles. So it's pretty much the same thing that I was just saying. It's like there's this energy of like people are seeing you as a visionary, seeing you as somebody who's really elevated a lot in your life, especially recently. I would say over the past, like, I want to say 5 years, but then also want to say 2 to 3 years. So take that higher than it is, right? But there's this energy of like people seeing you have a plan and then execute said plan. There, people, maybe you've been talking about like maybe the things that you're doing now, you've been talking about it for a minute. So for example, I brought up a flight attendant earlier. Somebody could be a flight attendant. It's like, if somebody's a flight attendant, they could have been talking and they're living that lifestyle now. They could have, let's say, because I know with flight attendants, I've never been one, but I do know that it typically takes them a few years of being one in order to really access the full benefits of the job and to get paid well and to have more say over like where they travel to and how often they travel and stuff like that. And so there's this energy here of like, you could be somebody who has talked about being a flight attendant for a long time and then you finally got the job. Or even if you started the job, you know, a few years ago, you're now at a point where you're gaining some seniority and you're gaining extra benefits and higher pay and things like that. So, and even if, and that's just an example, right? This could apply to any career or business venture, education, but it's like this energy of people are watching you execute on something that you've been saying that you were going to do or that you've been planning or been alluding to the fact that you took interest in, okay? With the 10 of Swords though, and the 7 of Swords, I do get the vibes here that, one, you're very tired. And I also get the vibes that you could be very defensive too, because the thing about, for you, pile 3, this could be one of those things where I feel like sometimes there were certain people in your life who doubted you or who just kind of threw salt on your plans, or maybe they didn't see the vision. You know, maybe you always talked about it, but they didn't really see it. They didn't really get it. And, you know, I feel like there's times where you felt lonely. I'm also getting that there's times where you have felt betrayed or like backstabbed or like somebody was going out of the way to try to lie to you or manipulate you or, you know, make you their enemy when it wasn't necessary. And so I feel like there is this tiredness within the way that you actually like live your life today in terms of like your busyness and like the tasks that you have to do, the work that you do, the hours that you put into your value. But I'm also getting that there could be a tiredness when it comes to relationships and people in your life not believing in you or not reaching out to help you or not, because I'm also getting this vibe, the tea on you is that you don't need anything. You don't need any help. And so it's really more so people try to figure out how they can take from you or how they can gain something from you because they feel like they don't really have anything that you would need. You know what I'm saying? So the energy here is like, I just get this tiredness. I get this like loneliness. It's kind of giving, you know, it's lonely at the top. You know, with you, the first card out here being the King of Wands, is like, not many people can relate to being in that position. Not a lot. I feel like what it really is that not a lot of people can relate to the things that you're doing and the lifestyle that you live. Because I feel like you're a very ambitious pile 3. Like, that's just for sure what it's giving. Like, I mean, we have 8 of Pentacles, King of Wands. Like, it's giving somebody who's very ambitious, who is purposely leveling up, who's purposely doing more, who's purposely learning more, who's purposely creating more value for yourself so that you can make more money and create value for others and get that back. You know what I'm saying? It's like somebody who's actively working on themselves. And this is more so, I feel like, in an emotional way, but also specifically in like a business, creative, career type of way, okay? And it's like, I feel like you've already done like the shadow work and the emotionals and I feel like you've done that. Now you're at a point of applying the knowledge that you have, applying the awareness of self, right? And I just get this vibe that you could be tired of just feeling like nobody relates to you, or feeling like you're one of the few people who is doing what you're doing. And I do think that, and this is kind of going in a different direction, this is not necessarily just with the tea, but I love that because y'all know I prefer these types of insightful readings anyways. I do see as well here that you're moving into a space where you're going to finally be meeting other people like you, like, and that's where this level up is like, it's, I don't know how to describe it. It's because the image I'm seeing is like somebody stepping up and then like people watching that. And so when that's, you know, so it's like the people who are from where you came from, the people who saw you at a lower point in life, and that's like the image of you that they want to hold on to, and they refuse to acknowledge how you've grown or meet you where you are. There's like, they're kind of watching you step above. And then there's people who are already existing in that space that you're in and that you're trying to get to, where, you know, you are more established, you are executing on your vision, you're feeling very much in control of how your life is going, you're seeing the benefits and the fruits of your labor, okay? It's like the people amongst that frequency or that space or that level are also starting to be able to see you more and more as you rise, as you elevate. So there's this energy that right now you might feel lonely, but just know that in the same breath, how there's people seeing you and maybe they doubted your plans, or maybe they felt like you were too dreamy, or you were too delusional, or you were too optimistic for thinking that you could build what it is that you're building. There's other people that are also seeing you level up that feel like, finally, like, I've been waiting for Pal 3s to start believing in themselves, or I'm so happy that Pal 3 is finally putting out that thing, or I'm so happy that Pal 3 finally started that business, or they went back to school, or they got that degree, or, you know, they, whatever it is that they're doing. There's people who are more similar to you, who are watching you, who are excited for you, and who are willing and ready to work with you as well. So I say that to say that leading into some more on the more positive end of the tea is that, you know, these people who are seeing your level up, a lot of them want to work with you. They want to have something to, these are people who have something to offer you as well. Not just people being surrounded by people who don't have nothing to offer, but they just need to take because that's all that, you know what I'm saying? You're going to be around more people who have something to give as well. And I feel like a lot of this is going to have to do with your visibility. So for a lot of you, you're going to be gaining a lot more connections. And I do see for some of you with the Ace of Cups and Nine of Cups, this could be romantic. This could be people like romantic options wanting to come towards you. But I'm also getting just in general, like when it comes to your work, when it comes to, again, and getting notoriety for what you do, you could have more clients, you could have more business partners, more people who want to invest in you, more people who want to, you know, build with you and share your ideas and help you bring your ideas to life. You know what I'm saying? People who want to support you. Again, clients, customers, guests, things like that, depending on what you do. Recommendations, okay? Becoming friends with people who can hire you or who can put you on to get hired at a different company, you know? Take it how it resonates. But overall, Power 3, the tea on you is that you're leveling up and that you're elevating. You're building something for yourself. You're building up a new version of yourself. This is you building yourself and then letting that flow and express itself from the inside out. And people are seeing not only the work that you're doing on yourself and the changes in like your confidence, also the changes in your style and your looks, but people are also recognizing the changes in your work and, again, whatever it is that you do or your career and how you're pushing forward in that. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Pal 3. Let's see, what should we do? If you're from Pal 3, then comment level up, because the tea on you is that you're leveling up, okay? So that's what I have for you guys. Thank you so much. Please go ahead and give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. If you would like to purchase a print or book a reading with me, you can find that information down below in the description box. Other than that, I love y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.